Afternoon, folks. Day after the shit day before, Burnley.
Yeah. Say it like you mean it, Dave.
I will say it like
hi, folks. Hope you're keeping well, and let's stick together before the sacking. Sorry,
Robert. I don't know how you can say such a thing. Let's maybe strain that in a little bit. Just have a go at the Burnley bastard and that Hannibal bastard bloke. Anyway, so Robert, how do you feel on this dim day? I've spoken to Dips earlier on. He's not in a great mood, I have to say. But Rob, reflections?
Well, you remember Spot the Ball competition? I've just thought of this. When you use newspapers, yes, you put crosses in everywhere. Well, never ever won it. I must have put 1 million crosses in, and it's just like fucking yesterday. We put 1 million crosses and they got fucking nowhere. Oh, man. They're getting paid, 70, 80, 90 grand? Bollocks. Absolute shite.
Okay, hang on. So let's dissect
That's
this.
me being calm.
I know it is, but let's dissect this. So, interestingly, people are saying what a great cross it was from Kyle Walker. I didn't think it was that great a cross, but we just gave the guy the range of the box to play in, didn't we, in terms of his header?
It was a good cross, end of story. Okay. No challenge for the header. Not particularly great header. Rubbish defending. Rubbish goalkeeping. Thanks, Scott Darlow for
Scott.
I used to play with cross slats and our kid was called Scott, but he wasn't as bad as yesterday.
Scott Carson, come back, all is forgiven. Not.
All from a bleeding throw in. Just didn't defend. We were nonsense.
But I do think, Rob, interestingly, from memory, virtually every cross was from Gudmundsson. I don't remember another cross coming from any of the others because we didn't have...
Well, Trey's descriptions, that's why. I was told by my good mate, I don't know, I hope we'll be watching actually. He said, stats said 41 crosses. 41 crosses. I have got a mate.
Most in the league this season. I saw a headline today.
They were all rubbish.
I know they were, exactly.
So, and we had at one stage we had 83% possession. I think it came down to about 63% overall. So what? You were rubbish, lads. You were rubbish. You should be ashamed of that performance. And if there aren't changes on Friday, then I despair, I really do, because just not good enough at all. All over the pitch, just outbeaten by a set of dogs. And good luck to them. That second goal were great, but again, did we close him down? No,
we didn't, and thereby hangs possibly a reason for Strike to be excluded. But I don't think they will leave Strike out because he was the one that didn't really close him down. He's been accused of that before. They say it gives people too much room because of his pace, but that means inevitably we get a shot round him around that. And I suppose the other thing was, even given all that, there was still enough chances for us to have won. I thought.
Yeah, they weren't great. I mean, Aronson missed a good chance. And they're claiming it was a great save. No, it wasn't. It hit him, didn't it? He didn't save that.
Well,
not deliberately.
It was interesting. It was interesting because he was going across this way and it went that way and because he had to come back on it. It was a decent reflex to get it, but I don't think it was a great save. And it was like, why'd you put it? Catchable eye. Why did you put it?
It was a bad miss, and his final ball, Harrison's final ball, most of the players. I mean, there's some appalling football going on. I know it sounds silly and untrue, but I don't like criticising individual players too much because it sounds like you got a vendetta against them. But all over the pitch, I don't think anybody had a good game. And Gudmundsson, close to a decent game, but his crossing again, he was under pressure every time. So his crossing, you've got to allow for margin for error there because he ain't going to get 100% nailed on cross every time. But then you get Aronson and Harrison, who had better chances, clearer cut. And instead of thinking about where the players were, it's almost like I was watching Anderson. Unfortunately, you got to, and his control's poor anyway. But when he's actually in a position to cross, what he's doing when he gets closed down, it's like he can't think. There's an A and B to crossing. The A is to get the crossing, and the B is to get accuracy. I think he only thinks of A, so he sees an opportunity and just hits it in, hit and hope. And virtually always it doesn't reach its target because he doesn't even know what the target is. So it's all right slagging off Calvert-Lewin and Nemecha, but give him service, give him quality service. We might actually get somewhere. I don't know. It's just, yeah.
And I suppose it's limited now because as I understand it, Gnonto's back and available or could be.
Let's hope so.
I think Okafor's going to be out for a bit into a couple of games. Did you see?
Well, I heard he was doubtful for yesterday, so that's sort of news to me because I think it depends who to believe or whether they actually know the situation.
I think it's
well
the
enough.
bitches of the social media world is where I spend most of my time. That's
yeah,
it's
well,
flawed. As you pointed out before, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan James is back, and so the word on that was it's going to be a long time for James, and he came on yesterday. He didn't look bad, actually, did he?
And I suppose the other part, first time Tanaka's been brought on, and I think it made. Not sure. What do you think? Is there any chance that he'd swap around in midfield? You talked about some changes.
You better do.
Where would you change if you were to do with the players he's got fit?
It depends who he's got fit, Dave. Simple as that. He can only play the team that he's got available to him. But Tanaka's got to come in for me, definitely. We've been saying that for ages, haven't we? Even when he was injured.
Really, Bob.
Aronson needs a rest. Harrison.
We need a rest from Aronson, I think you mean.
Well, yeah, but again, being fair, he wasn't the only one who had a stinker yesterday, and they did all have stinkers. I'm sorry, it's against Burnley. Did they have one chance and scored 2 goals?
And turning on Rob, we said to Danny, I think you and Danny both said, need 4 points for these, so we need 4 points from Friday in West Ham. Do you think we'll get them, Rob?
I am very wary now. I think if we do actually lose, I think we might be looking for a new manager.
Yeah. Well,
our coach.
Let's come back to that in a bit because we're 4 points above. I don't think they've won since Nuno's been there, but we've always been this thing about we make teams on a bad run look good. We always I've had that trick forever, I suppose. So what do you think on Friday? Whether we get points, get whatever. We have to have the win, don't we? And I suppose advantage it being at home. Rob?
Well, I think, and it is a cliche to say it's a must win, but I'm going to say the cliche because it's a must win for Daniel Farke. I think it's a must win for the manager. I really do. Yeah, and I don't like thinking that, but yesterday was poor, bad result for everyone concerned, and in the end the book does stop at the manager. I said it last season. I said if you sack him before this new season starts, then it's a disgrace. I said you've got to give him till November, whatever, and lo and behold, we're nearly in November. Well, we will be on Friday.
But I suppose there's a lot of comment that. Actually, is it down to recruitment because he asked for, and you can see he was asking for the things? Yeah.
Yeah, but the buck stops at the manager.
Okay.
It's not fair. It's not right some of the time as well. But the buck stops at the manager. Sack all the bloody recruitment team if they've failed, because the manager's going to get sacked sooner or later if this carries on. But again, I'm not calling for people's heads, but what I'm saying is, he's not the only one culpable, but he's the only one who will get the sack. And again, that's football, that's professional, I suppose, the professional sport. It's not fair, but it's going to happen sooner or later, I think. And he's the type of guy I think who would reflect on his achievements and his time and this season and say, yeah, it's not been good enough. And he would admit, maybe not publicly, but he would admit to his own faults and to his own mistakes. But I bet he's the only one there at Elland Road who will do that, because the rest of them, they'll just sack somebody. They're fine, aren't they? They're fine, you know. Oh, let's look at the accounts. Oh, we're doing all right, lads. We're doing all right. Bollocks supporters.
Nothing wrong with accounts, Rob.
Yeah. And, on the pitch, it's not good enough. And if we don't play well and produce a good result on Friday, I do fear for the short-term future of our manager. And then the usual rubbish will start. Oh, who we're going to get next?
I know. Well, I was going to ask that. Who are we going to get next? But it's a bit
rubbish.
But it's a bit early to speculate on that. Do you want to say anything on who we could, should, would get, or whatever? There's a certain Uruguay manager that there's some story about.
What story?
No, it's we should never have got rid of him. No. I've seen on WhatsApp we should never have got rid. But then, the wise old head said, well, he's not going to come before the World Cup, is he? Why not? Why not?
Well, I'll tell you why not, because it's the World Cup. Thank you.
Do you think?
But I would love, obviously, I'd dream of getting Bielsa back, but if it ever happens, if there's a possibility, it ain't going to be until after the World Cup.
Well, it's not going to be without pre-season, because he's notorious, because he wants to come at the right time so he can do that. So it might be speculation, it might be interim. I don't know.
Well, it depends who's been saying it, Dave. Who's been saying it in your WhatsApp group?
Bollocks. It's just bollocks. Rob.
Is that the name of the WhatsApp group? It's just bollocks.
It's bollocks FC. It's just bollocks. It's FFS and all that stuff. It is just speculation, but it's interesting because it's around. Careful what you wish for. Who would you get?
I am careful. I am very careful for what I wish for, and I wish we'd bloody get Marcelo Bielsa back. Thank you. I'm very careful about saying that. But they won't listen anyway, because obviously they know better. Get Jesse Marsh back, because you know better, boys.
Yeah. Now, interestingly,
Canada.
You see,
he's at World Cup as well, isn't
he? He is. Yeah. Andrea Radrizzani, apparently he's coming on Friday, and he said in an interview quite recently.
Is he coming on Friday?
Yeah, he's coming on Friday to the West Ham game. And he's had an interview with our friend Arden Patel at the Daily Mail, and he said he regrets not signing in Areola, or whatever his name, Areola, I don't know, but the Bournemouth guy who's doing pretty well. All right then, Areola. But there was another one that they tried to get, and was because there was a few that speculated on. He's just saying he regrets that.
Well, I don't care what you regret, Andrea. You let us down badly, and have you tried mortgaging Leeds United again, or the stadium, whatever, just to buy another little toy? So you're not welcome on Friday, mate. But anyway, why am I calling you mate? Anyway, yeah, he might regret it.
That's what I used to call him when we were down the pub at the Peacock. Andrea, over here. Go on.
He used to ignore me.
Did he?
No, I just made it up, just like you did. You've cut me off now, I've forgotten. Right, the word was, first of all, that we couldn't afford Areola. That came out afterwards. Who cares? You had Jesse Marsh in your bloody mind all along. Thank you, Andrea and Victor.
Sam Allardyce, didn't we? That's affording.
You can't blame Allardyce. You can't blame
I'm not
Garcia.
blaming him, but we could afford.
Yeah, it wasn't a matter of affording. Well, if it was, he's been lying to us. One way or the other, he's been lying. He's lied a lot, hasn't he? I'm sorry, but he's lied a lot. He did such a great thing taking over the club from that idiot Cellino. And then he just blotted his copybook full-time. Victor Orta, thanks very much, mate. You've left us the right state. Thankfully, we've improved since then, since you both fucked off. You're not welcome back at Leeds.
Left the organisation.
Yeah, beg your pardon. And yeah, I also had this feeling, this theory even, that after the sacked Bielsa, which was wrong, but I could see some people were saying, yeah, but look at the results, etc. So I could see why people were worried. So anyway, the knee-jerk reaction, they sacked him, but they already had Jesse Marsh lined up. So explain that, Radrizzani. More importantly, though, I think other managers were approached, other more established, better, who played more attractive football than Marsh's penis ball tactic. Yeah, I'm sorry, we called that in the pub. Anyway,
I know it was.
But I honestly think, Dave, and yeah, I could be talking out the back of my neck as usual, but I think certain managers would not come to Leeds United to succeed Marcelo Bielsa because of the way Leeds United treated Marcelo Bielsa. And I actually think that's a very plausible theory. So people like Pochettino, and I think there are a couple of others who were big fans, big supporters of Bielsa and how he's always regarded the game and managed football clubs. And I think it's true. I think some just wouldn't come whatever. So it's all right saying, yeah, I wish I'd have got Iriola. I don't think he'd have come anyway because Radrizzani clearly seems to me to be lying about that. He had Jesse Marsh lined up.
Well, Victor Orta, everything I know was Victor Orta had got that. And I think Radrizzani, if it's me, if I'm being really fair, I think Radrizzani gave Orta too much sway and
Absolutely
possibly got persuaded out. But let's just take a bit of a change of tack, Rob. So we talked last week or whatever about a bit of a change of pace around the WILKO92 bit. And it is a WILKO92 day-to-day rather than nice and Revie. And it's probably worth just saying about how Wilkinson, talked about great managers. No.
He's not coming back, mate.
No. Well, he's going to be at Elland Road. But anyway, just reflect on how Wilkinson, induction Hall of Fame, then we'll talk a little bit about what is planned. Do you want to say anything about Howard, Rob?
Yeah. Hi, Howard and Sam. Incidentally, I think you might use your technical magic and put the photo of the finished mural, but Howard and Sam sent me an email to say thank you very much for the mural. It looks lovely, and I hope to visit it as well. I don't know why. You can just look in a mirror, can't you? But anyway. But that's really nice to know that, again, the subject of the portrait likes the portrait, because it'd be a bit...
Well, it's good.
It'd be a bit embarrassing if they thought it were crap.
It would.
Who's that?
That's my brother. Ben will... No, that's his son.
It looks not like you, Samantha.
But the news came out on Friday. National Football Museum.
Yeah.
They're inducting Howard at a game, pitch side, early in December. We're pretty clear which one it is, and it's unlikely to be the midweek one. I can't say that because it's not been decided, but they are going to be inducting him. And WILKO92 is throwing a do for the said Mr. Wilkinson on the Friday lunchtime. Tickets available now, you can get them. We're selling in tables of 10, individual tickets. We think it's really good value. It's much better value than a lot of other clubs do, but then we're about that. We're not the club, but we think it'll be a great night. 20 legends there. Howard and Sam will be there. Likely to be loads of other people there. Tables going rapidly. In addition, David Batty prints going. Still 26 left if people want to do them. And if I just say as well, the book, we're closing off orders for those that want the name in the book, the Howard Wilkinson Legacy, at the end of October. So we can go to print. So the books will be out and sent to people who've already ordered in December, but we carry on printing it. Sorry, we carry on selling it after it's printed. So we're running 1,000 is what we're going to print. So there will be some going on from until we've sold all those. We think it's really good. Rob and I have done all the copy, etc. But coming back to Howard, it's really great seeing someone like Howard, even at this late stage, being honoured. Should have been honoured years ago. But when you look at some of the people in the Hall of Fame, I think he merits it, Rob. Anything you want to say in terms of his induction?
Of course he merits it. It's what he did for Leeds United was immense. And not only in the short term, in other words, he got us promoted in his second season, got us to win the title, which is just spectacularly astonishing stuff in it, an achievement. And then obviously that in his first 4 years, he'd done all that. And he also laid out the 10-year plan, which includes the academy, therefore it includes Thorpe Arch, the building of the construction of, and also for what he did for England as well after he left Leeds. St George's Park, which is, I think, possibly why the FA are recognising him mainly, because they don't like Leeds. Obviously, they're not bothered about what Leeds have achieved, But it's fantastic, and he deserves it. And he did a brilliant job for Leeds. It didn't end brilliantly, as we know, but nevertheless, we are honouring him as well. And that lunch will be a great event, and I'm really looking forward to going. No doubt working our socks off again,
Very
Dave.
hard.
Yeah, it will
working our bees off.
Bees, socks.
Our potatoes. Okay.
So it's going to be great, do. Going to be absolute great, do. And those prints are fantastic as well. Those Batty prints, signed Batty prints. Don't forget.
Yeah, and also Rob, interestingly, what you said there just before we close off. There's somebody else that got us promoted in his second season, didn't there? There's someone that, if he achieves 4th this year, he could yet be the saver. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Can't see it myself, but what do you think? Any chance repeating?
Well, Bielsa got us up in his second season, didn't he, as well?
Yes. So
Farke
there's
did
two.
as well.
There's two. Could Farke achieve what Wilko and Bielsa did?
Could, yeah. Will, no.
No, Will. No, Will, no. Who's that? Is that the new manager? Will, no. Robert, let's say good afternoon. Good
we finished?
Whatever it is. I think we have. I'm tired.
Have I ranted enough?
A hard day.
Have I ranted? I can't even remember.
Have you been ranting? I thought you were quite calm. You didn't swear so much bollocks baked potatoes, did you?
No, I'm not happy. Anyway, come on, Leeds. Do it on Friday. Don't let us down. Please.
And we're looking forward, just for this, a name check for Hilary Attard from Malta. We've also got someone from the USA coming on the do. We've already booked. One table's already gone. Many more to go, but get your name down.
Don't forget, you remember the Icelandic bunch?
Icelandic bunch.
Bradford
Is that what they're called? 8, 9, 10. We know that Supporters Club of Scandinavia are interested. We know they've expressed their support to me on a discussion I had a couple of weeks ago. WILKO92, you know where it's going. You know how we're going to end up. Tell you more in the future. Good night.
Bye. Good afternoon. Weirdo.
Chester twat.
Brubby shite.